Hey guys, welcome back. Season 2 of Kennesaw State. Super excited about it to see if we can have a better season this year than we did last year. We need a winning season for a change, as we only finished with 5 wins last year and missed a bowl game. So let's try to change that this year. We were sitting here at week 0, just finished some of the offseason recruiting, and I'm going to show you the depth chart that we have for this roster, because we're up to an 83 overall, our offense is up to an 82, and our defense is an 84, so significantly better than the 71 to 73 range that we were last season. It's a pretty huge increase, to be honest. Ethan Vasco is a transfer in from Coastal Carolina. He will be the starting quarterback for us for at least the first season until some of these freshmen that we got redshirt this year, and we'll see how they do with advancement. And we're also going to be starting another transfer player at running back, Tavoris Jones. He's coming in from Missouri, and he's an 80 overall. He's so much faster than what we're used to here with 92 speed, 96 XL. Has some nice physical abilities with the shifty, takeoff, and 360. He's going to be a lot of fun to be able to play with here in the beginning of the season. And then Juan Kindred, the recruit that we got, one of the first 4-star players that we have on this team. He is a 75 overall. He had the playing time deal breaker, so I have to put him at that second spot because I don't want him to transfer away, else I would be redshirting him this season. But he is a solid power back. He's massive, and he's got balance and arm bar, and it's going to be also very exciting to see how he does too. Still have Gabriel Benyard. I'm not really putting him at third in the depth chart. I think we're going to be using probably all 3 of these guys interchangeably for the most part of the season, but Gabe is also going to be slated in at the slot, one of the slot receivers, so we'll be using him plenty in the passing game and in maybe like the third down running back situation. Then for number 1 receiver, another transfer, this one from Tennessee, Nathan Leacock. He is 6'3" deep threat. He's got 94 speed, one of the guys that can hopefully take the top off the defense. Christian Moss coming back here for his senior season. He's up to a 77 overall. He'll be the second receiver. Blake Bohannon is going to be number 3, and Bryce Dobson's going to be sitting in there at the 4th receiver. Ended up again moving Connor Finer over to tight end. That's something that actual real-life Kennesaw State has been doing pretty recently towards the latter half of last season, so I figured why not? We'll throw him in there at this spot. He's considerably faster than Carson Kent, but we'll be using both of these guys because I still need a blocking tight end at some point. Offensive line made massive improvements. JT Pennington's up to a 79. Nate Wright is up to an 82. Center, Brian Haybeck, again at 78. Right guard, we have a transfer, Davian Witherspoon, up to an 80. And then we also have another transfer, Malachi Carney, at a 76. Most of our offensive linemen, the left tackle, left guard, and center, all went up like 8 to 9 overalls over the offseason. So we have a considerably better line than we did have, having like low 80s and high 60s last year. I don't think it's going to be great, but hopefully it's a little bit better that we're able to open up some more of our pass game. Now on defense, we have Donovan Westmoreland. He's coming back again at an 83 overall. And then we have Mylau Fox, one of the other 4-star recruits that we got last season. He also has a playing time deal breaker, so I'm starting him, even though there's a lot of considerably similar overalls sitting here at other positions. But Mylau Fox is an impact development trait, so hopefully that's going to help push him over the edge a little bit quicker than some of these other guys. And he's going to get the starting nod, at least to start the year at at right end. Defensive tackles, though, Tylon Dunlap, we ended up moving him. He was an outside lineman, and we're going to end up moving him inside to be a D tackle, and he's a 77 overall at that spot, so that's going to be pretty solid. And then Tamarius Walker is back again for his senior season. For the outside linebackers, we have Baron Hobson over here at an 81 overall in his senior season, and then a right outside linebacker, we have Tatum Tuwodi from Oregon, another transfer. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. But looking for him to have a pretty solid season as well. He's also going to be slated in there at the second middle linebacker spot while we redshirt some of these other guys. We ended up getting a 92 speed outside linebacker. I'm probably going to move him to middle since he's a pass coverage guy in like probably next season. So we'll see if hopefully maybe his tackling goes up decently at that right outside linebacker spot, so he'll be an even better middle linebacker next year. But Danellis Johnson will be the starting middle linebacker for us, up to an 85 overall, one of the highest players that we have on this roster currently. Cornerback room took a decent jump up over this offseason, as Jericho Washington's up to an 81 overall. We have Jordan Young coming in from the transfer portal at a 79 overall and from Cincinnati. Therese Hamilton took a huge leap. He was a player on our roster, one of the freshman redshirts that we had, that took a massive jump, jumped up to a 78 overall. He will be starting at the third corner. And then these guys you remember from last year, Tyler Hollum and Nick Sawyer. Kai Stokes, again, another transfer player, this one also from Cincinnati. He's a 76 overall with 91 speed, so we're going to be looking forward to having a little bit more speed out there at free safety. We still do have Sidney Porter. He's probably going to play in that sub linebacker spot, so he's still going to be on the field. Jam Warren took a massive jump. Both of these guys, Markel Redding and Jam Warren. Jam Warren jumped up 10 overalls over the offseason, and Markel Redding jumped up 21 overalls. That's insane. 21 overalls for 1 year, barely even playing the guy. But, I mean, Jam Warren has 98 change of direction, so he's going to be, even though he's a little on the slower side with that 87 speed, the change of direction might make up for some seconds there before getting to different offensive receivers. Kicker, we still have the same Brenton Williams and the same punter, Joshua Hewitt. Kick returner, again, we're going to be having Tykeem Wallace. He's going to come back for the second time in a row to see if he can get some more kick returns like he did last year. But we're going to be advancing the week. We're going to see who's going to be locking us out and who is still on the board. It's going to be a lot of shifting, so I'm going to do that with recruiting, and then I'll pick it back up and show you what guys we might have a chance with. All right, so looking at recruiting for this year. First off, at quarterback, we found potentially the quarterback of our franchise, Nick Johns from Illinois. Look at this guy. So he's got 85 speed, 92 throw power, 88 short accuracy, and 89 break sack. And look at those abilities. He has all 5 abilities to start. Absolutely insane. So hopefully we could get a chance to get this guy. I mean, our grades aren't the best, especially since he likes program tradition already and proximity to home. But our 65 points we put on him last week really has us having the edge, and there's not really that high of pipelines. I mean, there's a couple level 4s, don't get me wrong, those are good, but they're not putting very many hours right now, and they actually are losing positions because Wisconsin's going harder than Iowa is. So, and hey, if we're putting that many more points in Wisconsin, we might have a chance to squeak by and steal this guy. That would be absolutely massive for our program. We also found this gem, Raymond Matthews. We're not really putting much of anything on him and about toe-to-toe with Wake Forest currently, as his stats are okay. You know, not a bad thing. So if we end up not being able to get Nick, I'll go a little bit harder into Raymond Matthews and see if we can get him. Running back-wise, we also found a real big stud, Nathan Staymates. He has 94 speed, 92 excel. And all the points that we had us not even on his board originally, and shot all the way up to first place, gaining a ton of points. So it depends on how hard Cincinnati's going after this guy to see if we can get him or not. Wide receivers, we found this Tyler Longoria. Huge player we want for sure. 98 speed, 95 excel, 89 spec catch, and he's got shifty, takeoff, and layout. Also with best friend, fan favorite. I mean, this guy's got some solid abilities, and he's insanely fast for this deep threat. So I would love to be able to get him on campus, and we'll see what we'll have to do for him, though. Basically just throw in a bunch of offensive linemen on here. Have a decent shot at this 4-star Frederick Bannon. Also this Marco Davis. So we're throwing a couple points on them to see if we can do anything about that. Just kind of throwing some scholarships around with our defensive ends. Trying to go a little bit harder on D tackles this year. We had a 5-star that we were looking at for a minute, but there's just no hope we were getting him, so I immediately just took him off the board. Unsure on what we want to do yet with these outside linebackers. I'm going to continue the 10 points for another week. Not that we're gaining on anybody, but if everybody else is continuing to put a ton of hours on him, I'm just going to drop both of them. But this Richard Dubose, he is the 5th ranked player in the entire nation at a 5-star pass coverage middle linebacker, and not a single person on this board other than Rutgers has a pipeline at all. So I feel like we have a shot. So I'm going to send the house and do everything I can to see if we can get a chance to get this guy. But, you know, Jack State, Virginia, and Memphis don't really have an advantage over us if we're able to jump back into this top 8 before Jack State knocks us out next week. And we know he likes playing style for his first motivation. So if he likes that one pitch that's playing time proximity to home and playing style, that'd be our best pitch, and that would give us a solid chance at being able to get him with 2 A+ grades. Corners, we didn't really find too many that are great that we can really go after. So we're going after this Dylan Griggs, 4-star corner. Looks like with the 25 points we put on him last week, we have a solid chance of being able to just keep a nice lead. And there's not a lot of pipelines around this guy, so he should have a solid chance to come to our team. Free safety wise, again, this Emmett Banks, really nobody going after him, so I gave him a scholarship and we'll give him a couple points and see if we can slowly jump onto this list. I don't have enough points to go hard on him just yet, but even if Florida's the only one who's even offered anything on him, and they only have a 2-star pipeline compared to our 1, so it's not that much different. Over here's another one that just not a lot of pipelines going after him. 4-star free safety, got that zone tendency, which we like, and good size. And really just, again, Jack State and Georgia Tech, the only ones really going after him. And I think I only had 25 on him the first week of the season, and we were gaining slightly less than the top 2 teams, so we'll bump that up to 35 and see if we can jump up to first on him. Well, guys, here it is, week 1. We're playing against Georgia State. It is a rivalry game. We are up to an 83 overall to start the season against their 73 overall team. We really need to come in here and assert our dominance. It is a road game, and they have a pretty big stadium and crowd here at Georgia State, but we need to show that we are a superior team. This is a rivalry game, and they got the best of us last time. So we are underway, and they are going to be returning it, as they're going to get out to the 17. But let's get it. Start of the season. Again, like I said, we lost the last matchup 24-20, and it is time for us to even the series. Also, to let you guys know, we are trying out a different defense this year. We were getting kind of torched last year quite a bit on the 4-2-5, so we ended up going kind of back to a 3-3-5, but we're doing the 3-3-5 tight this year instead of the 3-3-5 normal. So we're going to see how it does for us on defense and see if this helps us a little bit, maybe getting torched less, as that is an insane catch actually from number 83. He held on to that. Well, it's 1st and 10 now after that crazy catch, as they're going to just dump it off and get a yard. This penny formation seems pretty nice with the amount of guys it has in the box, as just like that they only gain a yard. One thing I don't like over here, though, is how many receivers and running back they have on this one side of the field. That is going to be intercepted. Barron Hobson is right there for the pick. Can we get a return? Oh, 13 came out of nowhere, but a huge interception from Barron Hobson. Defense is already looking better, as he really just lurked that guy over the middle. There was nothing open. It's time for the offense to take the field as Tavares Jones, the transfer running back, is going to be our starting running back this season, as he's going to get a nice carry of 1. Ethan Vasco, our transfer QB, getting his first time to lead the offense here as well. Try a little screen pass, gets it off successfully, has a lot of speed, and he gets the first down on a nice pickup. I'm real interested to see if we're able to use any of these stretch plays, because we were not able to last year. It definitely did not work for us. And let's see. Do we have enough speed to get to the outside? We do, and that is going to be a touchdown for Tavares Jones. Wow, we got down the field quick, as he even has the nice gritty too. Look at that. This is a different team. So after the pick from Barron Hobson setting us up in good field position, we capitalize on it by getting a touchdown, and we're up 7-zip. See, I think now here is the opportunity where you send some pressure after he's a little flustered already, and he's going to get a 2-yard carry. They really love this running back here at Georgia State. It's 2nd down and 8, going back to the ground. Great move from their running back. Wow, he's so elusive getting to 3rd and 3. And they're going to throw it. It's perfect, right in the hole shot, and he gets a first down. I really didn't like the play that we came out in, so I had to change it. We didn't have very good audibles to change into and had to go into cover 2. Just did not work out as we were wanting it to. Big hit by Lau Fox. Let's see if we can send a blitz here. Looks like this is a pretty ferocious blitz on this one. See what it does. They're bringing in some guys a little closer. Wow, the blocking is legendary for Georgia State, as he's going to break a tackle and he gets all the way down to the 7. Well, that is not at all what we want, as he gets a massive gain. And that is also another big gain. He almost powered through 3 guys. 2nd and goal. They're going to run with the QB, and we hold them out barely. I don't like that these guys are switching. It's not ideal. Oh, and I went to the left hole, and he went through the right one. Oh, we had a 50-50 chance of being able to stop that one. And it was a counter play, not a regular power up or inside zone, and they got it. Time to go back to the ground and pound style that we love here at Kennesaw State. Great shifty moves as he gets a first down in like 15 yards. Going back to the stretch play again. See if we can get something here. Get some great running room, and Tavares Jones has space. And he's all the way down to the 16 yards. All the way down to the 16-yard line, not yards. I don't know what that was, but he has 94 yards on 4 carries. We're going to put the Rook in here, and he gets a nice, powerful run for 6. I think it's time to mix it up and hit a jet touch pass. Can our blocker get out there fast enough? And he's able to fight for some yards, but we really had a missed block opportunity that I think would have solidified a touchdown there. It's 3rd down and 1. Gets a nice route, and Connor Finer is in for a touchdown. That's Ethan Vasco's first passing touchdown as a Kennesaw State Owl. All right, well, back on defense again. Can we get a stop? Wow, patient work from their running back. Excellent run. Going to run again. Can we get another tackle? We do, as they're going to get 3. It's pretty much a run like every single time. 2nd and 7 now. Tons of guys in the backfield. It's a pass in the backfield, and they lose yards. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. And that's just right over the... What a catch. Wow, how is that a catch? I don't know how that was a catch. Kai Stokes was all over that on the dive. And he's still going to come up with it. It's kind of incredible. But wow, that 83 absolutely murdered our linebacker. Well, we're going to do something a little different here on 2nd down. We had double coverage on that guy, and he still beat both of them. I literally don't even know what to say about that. But we basically tried to account to needing double coverage for it. And that's going to be an open play to the running back, who's going to break multiple tackles, and it's 2nd and 3. So 2nd and 3 again. Going to run the ball off. Can we get that? Yes. All right, 3rd and 2. So, you know, here's where I think we send it on this close 3rd down situation. Let's see if we can get there fast enough. Can we hold them to a field goal? That would be excellent for us. Is we're going to shoot the gap, but wow, he just runs over everybody, and they get the 1st down. Oh my lord. Their running back is going to be the death of me. And we also had an injured corner on the plate as well. Can we just, look, we shoot the gap, but it doesn't matter. A huge shot afterward. We need to, like, do something here. So Tyler Holland's going to come in instead. Great job getting the edge set. And they're just going to have to throw it, and he's going to... I think that's a fumble. Time for another stretch run here. Oh, so close to having an insane carry there. Try a little RPO action. Get to hit him with something. We just missed the block. Come on, Bohannon. I didn't even hold sprint when the receiver caught it because I knew he was going to instantly shed that if I did. And we were able to get that off. And Tavares Jones is going to push the pile forward for a 1st down. Looking at about the last play here of the quarter. And we'll get a nice 4-yard carry. As this is a close game so far through one. It's 14-10 us. And 100 yards rushing for Tavares Jones at the end of the first quarter is absurd. I mean, Freddie Brock's also literally mauling and carrying their team also. But, so second down now for us. Going to be able to just dump that one off. And Jones will pick up the first down on that catch. So first and 10. Oh, we had the open out route. We just couldn't get enough time to throw it. I mean, if they're just going to blitz all night, then we're just going to hit them with a bunch of these screen passes all night. And we'll get 3 yards out of it, not as much as I would have wanted. All right, 3rd and 7. Going to throw it. It's caught. I thought the linebacker was going to do something more there. I feel like it's not an unrealistic thing to stay out here on this one. See what happens on this next play. We're going to throw it quick. And Jones is going to break a tackle, and he picks up the first. It's one of those ones where we were just a little too far away for a field goal, but didn't also want to immediately do a punt situation. And that could be good if we get the block. I don't know what he's waiting for. I'm literally holding off everything for Juan Kindred. Literally nobody's over there blocking Leacock. Can I just hit him on a speed out? And, all right, we'll take that. We'll take those 3 yards. I mean, if they're just not even going to cover up a guy, then sure, I'll take those yards. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Oh, he's actually quite fast. Can we just go out of bounds, save the hit? I'm interested to see how a power back running up the middle on this play looks. Not great. All right, 3rd and 4. We get the open guy to Connor Finer, and he's in for the touchdown. Great job to find the open man and get the touchdown. So we end up going forward on 4th down, keeps the drive alive, and puts up the touchdown. All right, so 1st and 10 again. Can we hold them to not score? That would be excellent if we could do that. And they're going to get 2 yards on just a quick throw. So 2nd and 8 again. Just under 5 minutes in this quarter. They're going to throw it out to the flat, and we have everybody there is only going to get a yard. Going straight, no huddle again. It's 3rd and 7. Oh, wow, what a find. And he's going to take a shot in the back afterward, but what a find. It's 1st and 10. Going to send some people, and they're going to get 4 yards up the middle. 2nd and 6. Going to run the ball. Wow. He gets so much acceleration. I don't know why it's allowing them to go no huddle whenever we're already back in the huddle. And that is going to be another good run from them. Well, we'll see what this one does. I feel like this is an interesting play here. 2nd down. We're going to send people, and they're coming in free. It's 3rd and 3. I like that. We might honestly just do that again. It's 3rd and 3. Going to have a run, and Milo Fox lays a massive hit on the running back, and it's a punt situation. It's got to be barely a punt situation because I think they can make a field goal from about this close to this distance. That is a booming punt outside, and surprisingly we're at the 12. Going to be motioning a guy over so we can get an extra blocker. Get some speed to the outside, and Tavares Jones has a ton of room, and it's a late hit out of bounds, but he gains a ton. So motioning the whole defense over there to catch him. Tavares Jones is going to arm fight for more yards, and he's out of bounds for another 5. 2nd down and 5. Going to just lob it off, and he gets a couple yards there and out of bounds. 3rd down and 1. Gonna blitz everybody. And Tavares Jones is gonna get another nice catch and gain. So we are down to the 2-minute warning. We're gonna try to start chewing a little bit of clock here. Good run. Tavares Jones is gonna get another 1st down and a 10-yard carry. Seeing what we can do on this one. Let's see if we can bounce it outside. We do, and we are able to go back up and get a nice gain, but Juan Kindred's injured. Definitely not a fan of Juan Kindred getting injured, not even being the running back. He was a lead blocker in that one. And we are going to get a little bit of a carry, and he gets out of bounds to the 17. High risk. Yeah, we're immediately substituting him. We do not want the freshman to be injured already in this season. That would be terrible. But it is time to start milking a little bit of clock. More than we have been, even though we are out of bounds, so we can't on this one. Oh, that was not going anywhere. We really knew what we were doing there. So here we are, 2nd down now. Gonna throw it quick to Gabe Benyard, and he's got blockers who miss, but he had blockers. Running this clock down. Going to power forward and get a few yards. 2nd down and goal. Looking the clock down to a couple seconds before the half. We're going to call our first timeout. We don't want to mess up here. We want to get the ball in the end zone. Well, we can't really make any audibles. It's not super ideal, but we'll throw that quick. And he is in? Is that actually a touchdown? I want to see the replay now that it's not challengeable. All right, so let's see. Like that. Does that count? I don't even know where the ball is. I think the ball is through him. It's really hard to see. Yeah, I feel like he didn't catch that. But it's in the books now. And there is a flag. I think they ran into me afterward. I probably would too at that point. But okay, well, hey, we will take that. Don't really want to accept this though, to be honest, because I kind of just want to squib it and try to see if I can get them to the half immediately. But we can't, but we get them down to 3 seconds left. Not taking any chances here. We're going 3 deep. We've been beat way too many times before on something stupid at the end of the quarter. So we're going to go to half 28-10. I mean, hey, that's pretty solid. 178 rushing yards on 18 attempts, averaging 10 a carry. Absolutely wild. Forrest Jones having a day. And I forgot. We get the ball to start the half. All right, let's see what we can do. Starting the half here. You guys are going to have to let me know. Who do you think on our team on offense and on defense, who is going to be the biggest factor for us on this team? Is it going to be a transfer that we got in? Is it going to be one of the freshmen that we got on roster, or someone we already had? 2nd down and 9. Oh, wow, that was a horrible pass. For a green pass, that was not even close. 3rd down and 9. Gonna throw it. It's caught by Connor Finer for a 1st down. The move of Connor Finer from wide receiver over to tight end has been a solid move for us. Going to run the ball, just have to go up the middle. We didn't have the outside very much at all. Time to do a little jet touch pass in here. See if we can get him in on the action. We get 3 yards. Not great, but not terrible either. So 3rd down, we're going to run the ball off. I don't think we got that. We're going to have to punt that away. Wow, that second help was the only reason I believe that they held us out. I think Tavares Jones was 100% getting that 1st down. Wow, that was not even close to where I was aiming it, but okay. All right, well, back on defense. And we are amazingly right there for a TFL. Danellis Johnson. 2nd down and 11. Going to, oh no. Well, we figured that was happening. The stinking curl routes just maul us every time. 1st and 10 now. Going to out. Oh, they actually did run the ball off. Huge hit. Well, they have just about everybody on earth out wide. And he still gets the same. I don't even know what to say. You can't be beat by that many times in a row. That's not great defense at all. Good TFL though. 2nd down and 11 now. They're going to hand. Oh no. Good outside run. Nobody's getting any sort of pressure at all on the defensive line. Gonna send that in. I don't. Why are we crisscrossing? Can we not be crisscrossing? Alright, send everything in. Just not blitz, but just close. Can we get the pick? Thank you. I was like, we're not going to swat again. I remember from a previous game, we tried a swat animation in that weird back corner of the end zone, and they just don't animate for it. But absolutely amazing. Jericho Washington getting a pick. Definitely helping us out there. And that is a great option play to Tavares Jones, who gets another like 30-something yards. Incredible effort from this team on the ground today. We'll go right back to it. Another pitch. Tavares Jones making some guys miss, and he gets another 5 yards. He's going to be so dead in this game. Second down now and 5. Can just dump it off. Doesn't really get much there. Here we are on 3rd and 4. Going to throw it. Oh, he drops it. That was a good hit by the corner. Just super unlucky for us. Oh, and it doesn't count as a hit the kicker. That's unfortunate also. Alright, they're going out in trips now. Going to have a play action. See about maybe hitting somebody over the middle, and Jericho Washington gets another pick. Jericho is making some plays today. Is he fast enough for a pick 6? Not quite, but gets a huge return as Jericho Washington. Is this the year he's cementing himself as CB1? Poor Tavares Jones basically not getting any time to relax at all. Oh, that's not what we wanted to do. I don't know why it sucked us into the left tackle. Well, it's second down at 11. Oh, he's just wide open. Gets another couple yards for him. 3rd down and 5 now. Open. He couldn't get his feet in. Tried to buy some time. That was about the only thing we had. And it would have worked too if he would have got his feet in. It was not that bad of a throw. You just gotta slow down there. But we'll take the field goal, going up by 21 points here late in the 3rd quarter. See what happens on the next play. They are going to run the ball off to the outside. What is this? Why? We have so many guys right there, and not a soul had a even thought about trying to stop that running back. And just so much running room. He has 150 yards rushing. We gotta be there. Oh my word, we have 3 guys in the backfield. He's still thinking about breaking that. And see what happens on this one. They just throw it out of bounds. Here we are on 4th and 5. Gonna throw it. It's wide open. That's a touchdown. Come on, Jericho. Had so many good plays earlier in the day, and then you just completely let up a wide open route. Maybe we'll be able to just run some serious clock out on this one. Oh, Tykeem Wallace, though. Gonna take this one all the way. He's past the 10, and he's in for a kick return. Tykeem Wallace, 96 yards. And we're sending the tired defense right back out on the field, but a huge electrifying return. All right, well, try something different. And so far, just little is working to stop this running back. It's like I really don't. They're doing it in 3 and 4 receiver sets, so it's really tough for me to want to. Oh, Baron Hobson getting a pick. I was gonna say it's tough for me to want to put 4 linebackers out there, but hey, if Baron Hobson's playing like that, I mean, hey, start out the next possession here. Gonna run the ball and get really just back to the line of scrimmage. Just about trying to run as much of this quarter out as possible. Gonna be a penalty. That was a quick penalty. If you got a holding in like 0.2 seconds. An eligible receiver, do you just sprint downfield immediately upon the hike? 215 rushing yards on 23 carries for Tavares Jones. That's a lot. Well, 2nd and 15. We'll try to do something quick here. Gets the catch. And Tavares is going to get some nice run after catch on 3rd and 3. Trying to run the clock down slowly but surely. And we don't really get much there. Just kind of makes the field goal straight on for us. The kick is up. And it is good. So we will put up some more points, getting to 41 points so far this game. And we are going to kick it off. Got a couple minutes down off the clock, getting it to about 6.5 left in the game. Well, I mean, hey. We're going to be using all these bulk guys up front. We'll try that. That is a very tight window for him to try to throw that pass into. I'm interested with this one too here. This looks like a nice little blitz play. And gonna make a nice tackle. It's 3rd and 1. All right, 3rd and 1. Are they gonna run or pass it? Looks like it is a pass. And just gonna just outside of an outstretched defender's hands. We even knew where it was going. We just need a little faster guy. Darius Silas is just not quite fast enough for that. And that is a huge blitz sack for Donovan Westmoreland. 2nd down and long. Gonna throw it over the middle, and he drops it. A big hit from the linebacker. It's 3rd and 18 now. Going to have a couple receivers there, but they're just doing curl routes. Not really much going on deep. 4th and 13 now. Going to throw it, and Hobson is right there. Probably could have picked that off, to be honest. But gets the deflection on 4th down, and the ball is ours. 1st and 10. Going to run the ball up the middle for 4. And wow, Tavares Jones is about dead. So good thing we're putting in all the backups now, because we do not want an injury this early in the season. We're going to try to basically run the clock out and get some nice ground yards as well. Good run from Gabriel Benner, getting to 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3. Going to have a nice run from Gabe Benyard up the middle. He gets a nice 10 to 15 yards. This has just been a pretty decently dominant game for our team, as Kennesaw's really improved. Their ground game is just immaculate, and I really enjoy that part, as we are going to try to run up the middle. Gets basically back to line of scrimmage. But yeah, really just the improvement in the ground game has been phenomenal in this one, and it's really making us a tough team to beat, as we are just able to bowl into people and really bully them on the ground. So we get to the 2-minute warning. We'll kick the field goal, which is up and good, adding another 3 points to the lead. And we'll kick it off as they have basically 2 minutes left, just under that, to really try to ruin our defensive game. So 1st and 10, they're going to go to the screen pass, and oh my lord, 6-yard loss to Nellis Johnson. That's one way to immediately make your guy on fire. And what are they going to do there? Oh, that's so open. So open. We just don't have a fast enough linebacker out there in coverage to be able to keep up with that. So super unfortunate, but... Oh, wow. He's wide open, too. Apparently, nobody knows how to play defense anymore, as we're just... Everybody's going off. That is a good screen pass. They're really only going to get a yard, though, so we'll take that. Going to have a nice deflection. Is that Barron Hobson again? Well done, Barron. It's 3rd and 9. It's a ball game in the balance, but it already is. And that's a huge sack. Donovan Westmoreland again. And it's, incomplete. He overthrew it, and that is a 4th down. And boys, that is going to end this game. So that is it. Just like that, our rivals are completely obliterated in the first game of the season. 44-17, Kennesaw State. Let's hope this is the beginning of this team's emergence. But Tavoris Jones was that guy. 25 carries, 219 rushing yards, and he had some passing yards too. Or not passing, but receiving yards too, I know, because he was just an all-out dog. But so Ethan Vasco ended with 20 out of 24 for 142 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. So not a lot of passing yards, but he did do really well with the possessions that he had. Running wise, like I said, absolute dog, animal, Tavares Jones, that guy. And I'm looking for him to have a big year this year. He also led our receiving yards with 67 yards receiving and 8 catches. So yeah, he just was that guy. Connor Finer, though, making some plays with his 2 touchdowns on 3 catches. Defensively, Jordan Young, 12 tackles. It's not ideal from your corner, but 3 TFLs for Denellis Johnson, 2 sacks for Donovan Westmoreland, and Jericho Washington and Barron Hobson, both getting 2 interceptions. Handful of deflections as well. Man, Barron Hobson, 2 pass deflections and 2 picks. Surprisingly, he didn't make any tackles because all he was doing was getting picks and knocking the ball down. That's insane, actually. So after advancing to the next week, Donovan Westmoreland getting CUSA Defensive Player of the Week. Surprisingly, we didn't have any Offensive Players of the Week. I really thought Tavoris would have had something there. But we will go ahead and look at our recruiting since we have a bye week this week and see how it's all going with everybody, because Nick Johns is the guy that we want. We're gaining quite well on him, which is awesome. Wow, already in the top 5 with this Raymond Matthews. We might have to just remove him from the board. We don't know anything about this guy, and we're already in the top 5. Wake Forest is going crazy for him. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to. That's just unfortunate, but Nick Johns is going to be the guy that we're going for right now. Nathan's Staymates still gaining quite well. We actually made it to top 5 already. So the problem is we just don't quite know enough about Nathan's Staymates yet to put him in for a hard sell. So we're just going to continue to keep sending the house on him. I want to ideally get enough to schedule a visit. That'd be amazing if we could just schedule one right now. So we'll see if we can get some more hours for that. We're going to soft sell Tyler Longoria. Not fully sure if this is the pitch or not. There's 2 pitches it could be, but this is such great grades that even if it's not the pitch, we should be getting solid points from it regardless. I think what we're going to have to do is take off both these linebackers. We just don't have the points to throw around right now. I might be able to leave him on, but probably should just take him off. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take him off. I think the smarter move is just to keep the hours, because if we can start scheduling visits already, it'd be a huge, huge benefit. The fact that we can get both Nathan Staymates and this Tyler Longoria, we could get both of them on a visit. If we could get them on a complimentary visit together, that could be huge, especially here against Georgia Southern. So we'll do a Georgia Southern game with his proximity to home there in week 5. Then we'll be able to use those 40 hours next week to solidify that we're going to put Longoria over there also. Alright, so we will advance and see what happens with our recruiting. Are we going to jump up at all? So we get locked out of one guy, which is what it is. We got to figure we were going to get locked out with him, but we are still first with Nick Johns. That'd be amazing. Alright, so into the top 5 now. So maybe Johns is the guy we want to immediately take for a visit with these 40 hours. It's probably the move. So yep, we're going to schedule a visit with the QB to come also for week 5 and see if that can help us lock up some of these guys. We got to see if we can get some more hours though to pass around. And oh man, so Cincinnati has turned on the Jets, and so has Kentucky. So it's going to be a matter of we gotta... Okay, so we found out what his favorites are. So we're able to hard sell and soft sell him now that we know what his favorites are. So we'll see how that affects us for the next week. As then it's going to be a visit right after that. So if we can jump into the commit stage and then immediately have a killer game against Georgia Southern, there's a shot. Same thing here, though. Tyler Longoria, they're starting to turn it on, and we really need to get a visit. I might just have to sacrifice something to get a visit here. Probably the first place this goes is the offensive linemen. We're gaining pretty well on them, but we're gaining quite well on Richard Dubose. So that's big. Gaining on Everett also. We might be able to tone it down a little bit here on Emmett Banks. I'm thinking we could go 5-5, split it with that offensive lineman, so we don't completely fall out of the race with him. Got to stay ahead of these 4 stars because these people with these 5-star pipelines are going to come swoop in there at the last minute if you don't. But that does get us enough. Sweet. So we were right. That is his hard sell. So we can go ahead and hard sell him now. And he's going to get a complimentary boost. So we love that. Plus an A+ playing style. That's pretty nice. So we should be... And even with the soft sell, look at that. We were soft selling and we were about even with what everybody else was giving there. So now we're doing a hard sell, a visit, and all this boosting. I could only imagine if we were able to secure those 3 guys, that would be literally program changing for this team. On top of the talent that we've been developing currently, it's got a nice ring to it. Especially if we can get this middle linebacker too, that'd be nice. I think that's where we're gonna have to leave it for now. So looking ahead at the future schedule, so we just did our 2nd week, which was a bye week. We're playing Georgia Tech, then back for another bye. And then we'll be playing against Georgia Southern, starting our huge home stretch where hopefully we're able to schedule all of our visits and get multiple people to sign here. We're playing Georgia Southern, FCS East, Western Kentucky, UTEP, then on the road against FIU, to Middle Tennessee State for a home game, then at Jacksonville State, at New Mexico State, back home against Louisiana Tech, and then we'll be ending the season playing against Liberty, which could be a future preview of our conference championship if we're able to continue to win. But looking at the conference standings so far, I know it's pretty early. No one even played any conference games yet, but a couple teams have played 2 games. And it looks like FIU is 1-0 and first in the conference. Jacksonville State is 1-1. They've already lost, which is a good sign. And then us and Liberty up there at 1-0 apiece. As far as overalls go in this conference, I mean, we have the highest overall by a while in this conference, and that hopefully that helps us out, as our players hopefully are going to be playing better and better as we continue on. But that is about going to end for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are also as excited as I am to start season 2 of this team. So first game was amazing, but let's see if we can continue that against Georgia Tech. But until then, why don't you check out one of these videos.